Have you ever wondered who will truly stand by you when you reach 60 and beyond? Your family, or something more enduring? The truth is, as we grow older, the foundations we've built for ourselves matter more than ever. In this video, we'll uncover the 5 essential pillars that empower you to live with dignity, freedom, and joy, no matter what life brings. Whether you're planning for the future, already navigating retirement, or simply curious about how to thrive in your later years, these insights are more than just advice. They're practical steps you can start taking right now. Stick with us until the end, and you'll discover proven strategies for achieving financial independence, maintaining vibrant health, cultivating emotional resilience, fostering a supportive social circle, and finding a clear sense of purpose. We'll share real-life stories of people who have transformed their lives after 60 and offer you actionable tips that make it possible to thrive on your terms. By the time you finish this video, you'll be equipped with the knowledge, confidence, and inspiration to create a life that's not only secure but deeply fulfilling, no matter your age. If you are not subscribed, I recommend subscribing and activating the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support means a lot to me, and if you enjoyed this video, you can help me continue spreading the valuable lessons by liking and sharing it. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now, let's begin. Pillar 1. Financial independence. Financial independence is not merely a practical necessity. It's a lifeline to preserving your dignity, freedom, and sense of control as you age. Especially after the age of 60, the foundation of a secure, peaceful life is rooted in your ability to meet your own needs without constantly relying on others. As we age, the challenges of life can feel overwhelming. Medical bills, unforeseen health issues, rising daily expenses, and the desire to continue living life fully, whether through hobbies, travel, or spending time with loved ones, can easily strain your finances. But perhaps the hardest pill to swallow is the feeling that your well-being is no longer your responsibility, that you must lean on your children, family, or friends for financial support. It's a situation that many face as they age, and it can rob you of your independence and your self-esteem. Imagine for a moment the emotional toll of depending on someone else to pay for the most basic aspects of your life, like food, healthcare, or even a simple night out with friends. It doesn't just affect your bank account. It chips away at your sense of autonomy, your self-worth, and the way you see yourself in the world. The ability to pay for your own needs, to not feel like a burden, is the bedrock of a life that remains fully yours. This is what financial independence provides: control over your life, your choices, and your future. And I don't just mean financial independence in terms of surviving. It's about thriving, about having the capacity to pursue what makes you happy and fulfilled without feeling guilty or beholden to anyone. It's about living with pride, knowing that you can take care of yourself, maintain your dignity, and keep the lifestyle you desire without sacrificing the quality of your life. Let's look at the story of Mr. Anil, a retired teacher in his 60s, who serves as a powerful reminder of what financial independence can mean in later life. Mr. Anil's story is not one of extravagant wealth but of thoughtfulness, foresight, and consistency. Throughout his teaching career, he made it a priority to save and invest for the future, not just for emergencies, but for the experiences that brought him joy. When his children moved abroad, he didn't have to rely on them for support, nor did he have to wait for handouts or feel guilty for asking for help. Mr. Anil had created his financial cushion. Money saved from a lifetime of careful budgeting, strategic investments, and small sacrifices. It was this cushion that allowed him to not only care for himself but to continue enjoying life on his terms. He was able to travel to places he had always dreamed of visiting, treating himself to the experiences that made him feel alive. When his grandchildren visited, he could take them out for dinner or buy them small gifts without a second thought. It was not about wealth. It was about the ability to live with freedom, to make choices based on his desires, not out of necessity. This financial independence gave Mr. Anil something irreplaceable: peace of mind. He wasn't worried about imposing on his children or asking his friends for help. Instead, he enjoyed his later years as a time to explore, learn, and live without the looming stress of financial dependence. It wasn't just about surviving, it was about thriving. He could maintain relationships with his family, but they weren't clouded by the sense that he was a financial burden. His grandchildren could visit without feeling the need to take care of Grandpa in ways that might have been uncomfortable for everyone. His pride remained intact, and his life was filled with opportunities. Opportunities that were his to choose, not dictated by necessity. It's a beautiful reminder that financial independence isn't just about having enough money to pay the bills. It's about the profound freedom to live your life according to your own standards, desires, and values. For those of us entering or already in retirement, the truth is that financial independence is still entirely possible, no matter what stage you're at. It's never too late to take control of your financial future. Sure, it may seem daunting at first, especially if you're looking back at years when you could have saved more or planned better. But rather than focusing on the past, I encourage you to focus on the present, and on the actions you can take right now to secure your future. It starts with understanding where you are financially, creating a detailed budget that accounts for not just your current expenses, but your anticipated future needs, too. Consider healthcare costs, potential home repairs, and the inevitable increase in daily living expenses that come with aging. Then, think about how you can diversify your sources of income. It doesn't have to be complicated. Maybe it's renting out a room or property you already own, or investing in dividend-yielding stocks. Maybe it's starting a small business that aligns with a hobby or passion, something that keeps you engaged while generating some extra cash. The key is to have a plan and to act on it. If you haven't already, consider consulting with a financial advisor. They can help you explore options that are tailored to your specific situation and give you guidance on how to best protect and grow your wealth. Even if you're just starting small, every step toward financial security is a victory. You're building a foundation of freedom for the years ahead. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. What makes financial independence so empowering is that it's not just about having money in the bank. It's about having the control to make decisions that reflect your desires and needs. Whether it's maintaining your health, taking a spontaneous trip, or simply enjoying a quiet evening at home, financial independence gives you the power to choose. It gives you the peace of mind to know that you won't be a burden to anyone and that you can continue living the life you want, with dignity and autonomy. So let me say this clearly. No matter your age or your current financial situation, financial independence is within your reach. The choices you make today, no matter how small, will shape the life you lead tomorrow. Start planning, start saving, and start living with the belief that your future is in your hands. The road may not always be easy, but the freedom you gain is worth every effort. Because at the end of the day, financial independence isn't just about money. It's about living life with freedom, pride, and the knowledge that you've created a future where you are in control. And that, my friends, is truly priceless. Pillar 2. Physical health. As we grow older, one of the most profound truths we come to realize is that health isn't just a blessing, it's the key to everything. Staying healthy is, ultimately, staying independent. And that independence, especially after 60, is one of the most precious gifts we can give ourselves. There's a certain freedom in knowing that you are in charge of your well-being and that you can continue to live your life without relying on others for the simple, everyday tasks that make life enjoyable. After all, as we age, the risk of chronic illnesses, injuries, and other health complications can increase. But so too does the opportunity to take control of our health and drastically reduce these risks. It's a choice to live fully, independently, and vibrantly, despite the inevitable passage of time. When we choose to prioritize our physical health, we're doing so much more than simply adding years to our lives. We're adding life to our years. We're choosing vitality, strength, and energy over frailty and dependence. And it's not just about avoiding the inevitable. It's about embracing a future where we can continue to do what we love and live life on our terms. Whether it's traveling to new places, spending time with loved ones, or simply managing your home without the need for outside assistance. Staying healthy allows you to keep doing all the things that make life so worthwhile. But, most importantly, it allows you to retain your dignity and freedom, the ability to move through the world with confidence and self-reliance. To me, there's nothing more empowering than waking up every day knowing that your health is in your hands and that, regardless of age, you still can shape your own life. Let me share with you a story that I find incredibly inspiring, one that's become a beacon of hope for many in my community. Meet Mrs. Clara. At 70 years old, Clara is living proof that aging doesn't have to be a slow decline into dependency. Instead, it can be a beautiful, vibrant journey of self-care and growth. Clara has become a role model in her neighborhood, admired not just for her strength, but for the grace and vitality with which she carries herself through life. And while many might expect someone her age to slow down or rely on others for help, Clara does the exact opposite. She has a simple but powerful morning routine that keeps her both physically and mentally sharp. A brisk 30-minute walk to start the day, followed by light yoga to stretch and strengthen her muscles, and finally, a nutrient-packed breakfast to fuel her body for the day ahead. These habits might seem simple, but they are incredibly effective at maintaining her physical health and mental clarity. Clara isn't just about healthy habits. She's a woman of action. Despite her age, she does her grocery shopping, takes the time to prepare fresh, home-cooked meals, and even volunteers at a local charity. She's active in her community, stays involved with friends and family, and pursues her passions with vigor and joy. And the best part? She does all of this without needing assistance from her children or caregivers. Clara's unwavering commitment to her health and well-being is what allows her to live independently and stay fully engaged with the world around her. She doesn't just survive her later years, she thrives. She is proof that maintaining physical health is not only possible as we age, but is essential to living a rich, fulfilling life. Clara's story is a powerful reminder that maintaining our physical health as we age doesn't have to be difficult, and it doesn't require grand gestures. Small, consistent changes can make a world of difference. For those of us over 60, it's not about complicated fitness routines or unrealistic diets. It's about starting with simple, attainable goals that we can stick with. One of the best places to begin is by incorporating a daily walk into your routine. Even just 20 to 30 minutes a day can have a profound impact on your cardiovascular health, increase your stamina, and improve your overall mobility. Walking also has a positive effect on mental health. It clears your mind, reduces stress, and gives you a sense of accomplishment. Next, adding strength training exercises can be a game changer. It's not about lifting heavy weights at the gym. It's about using light weights, resistance bands, or even body weight exercises like squats, lunges, or push-ups to maintain muscle mass and bone density. As we age, we naturally lose muscle and bone strength, but by engaging in regular strength training, we can slow this process down or even reverse it to some extent. This not only helps to prevent falls and injuries, but also keeps us feeling strong and capable. It's a small effort with a big reward. More energy, more stability, and more freedom to do the things you enjoy. Alongside exercise, nutrition plays a key role in maintaining your physical health as you age. A balanced diet rich in fresh fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, whole grains, and healthy fats provides the essential nutrients your body needs to stay strong and function optimally. Foods like leafy greens, berries, nuts, and fatty fish, such as salmon, are packed with antioxidants, vitamins, and omega-3s that can help reduce inflammation and support heart and brain health. Proper nutrition also helps maintain your weight, boost your energy levels, and strengthen your immune system, allowing you to keep fighting off illnesses and infections. The better you eat, the better you feel, and the more you can do with your time. But it's not just about diet and exercise. Regular health checkups are essential, too. Early detection of potential health issues can save you from larger, more serious problems down the road. Don't ignore the small signs, and make it a point to schedule routine checkups with your doctor. These visits are crucial for monitoring things like blood pressure, cholesterol, bone density, and even cognitive health. A little prevention now can mean the difference between a healthy, active life and one filled with avoidable struggles. In the end, maintaining physical health is not a one-time effort. It's a lifelong commitment to yourself. It's about embracing a future where you don't have to ask for help unless you truly need it. It's about waking up every day feeling strong, capable, and full of energy. The small steps we take today, whether it's taking a brisk walk, lifting some light weights, or making healthier food choices, are the ones that will give us the strength to live the life we want tomorrow. The journey of aging doesn't have to be one of gradual decline. With the right habits and a commitment to self-care, we can age with grace, independence, and vitality. And that, in my opinion, is one of the greatest gifts we can give ourselves and our loved ones. So, take charge of your health because, in the end, your health is your freedom. Pillar 3. Emotional resilience. As we enter the later years of our lives, after 60, it's inevitable that we will face a whirlwind of profound changes. Children, who once filled the house with laughter, may leave to pursue their paths, perhaps even moving to distant parts of the world. Careers, which define so much of our identity, often slow down or come to an end, leaving us with an unsettling sense of time stretching before us. Friendships, some that we thought would last forever, might fade away, leaving us feeling disconnected, lost, and, at times, profoundly lonely. In these moments, life can seem as though it's slipping through our fingers, and it's easy to feel as though we're losing touch with who we once were or with the world we once knew. But this is where emotional resilience becomes our greatest ally, a true lifeline in a sea of uncertainty. Emotional resilience isn't a magical fix or a shield against life's storms. It is a deep well of strength, a quiet, unshakable force within us that allows us to face whatever life throws our way with grace and courage. It's the ability to navigate the inevitable hardships, those quiet moments of loneliness, the grief of watching loved ones leave or change, the uncertainty that comes when our sense of purpose shifts, without allowing those emotions to consume us. Instead of pushing our feelings down or pretending they don't exist, emotional resilience encourages us to feel those emotions fully, process them, and then find a way forward with a sense of purpose and peace. In my own experience, emotional resilience is not about avoiding pain or pretending everything is okay when it's not. Rather, it's about acknowledging that life will never be without its challenges, and accepting that hardships are a part of our human experience. It's about looking at those challenges not as insurmountable obstacles, but as opportunities to grow, to learn, and to discover hidden strengths within ourselves that we never knew existed. This mindset is not only liberating, but it's also empowering. It's about accepting the fact that our lives will change, and those changes will often be difficult, but we have the strength to handle them. Take, for example, the story of Mr. Ravi, a retired artist who found himself facing an empty house after his children moved overseas to start their own families. Initially, he felt an overwhelming sense of loss, as if a large part of his world had suddenly vanished. The house, once filled with the noise and energy of his children's laughter, now echoed with silence. His friends, many of whom had long since retired themselves, were either too busy with their own lives or had passed away. For months, Ravi struggled with deep feelings of loneliness and confusion. He didn't know who he was anymore without the daily role of being a father and husband, without the structure of a bustling home life. But instead of allowing himself to sink further into despair, Ravi made the courageous decision to confront his feelings head-on. He chose not to dwell on the absence of his children or mourn the loss of his role as a father. Instead, he turned inward, seeking solace in the art that had once been his greatest passion. He began to meditate, using mindfulness practices to quiet his mind and reconnect with himself. Gradually, he rediscovered his love for painting, an art form he had put aside many years ago due to the demands of his family and career. Each brushstroke was a step toward healing, and every moment spent in front of his canvas was an opportunity to express the emotions he hadn't been able to voice. What began as a personal journey of healing soon blossomed into something far more beautiful. Ravi's art, once just a hobby, became a source of immense joy and fulfillment. As he immersed himself in painting, He felt a sense of purpose return to his life. His work, infused with the emotions of his journey, began to draw the attention of others. He started showcasing his paintings at local galleries, where his work resonated deeply with people who were experiencing similar stages in their own lives. Through his art, Ravi began to build new friendships, connect with like-minded individuals, and rediscover a sense of community that he had thought was lost forever. What began as a painful chapter of loneliness and uncertainty ultimately became a period of tremendous personal growth and fulfillment. This story of Mr. Ravi exemplifies the transformative power of emotional resilience. His journey shows that life after 60, though filled with loss and change, can also be a time of great renewal, self-discovery, and unexpected joy. Emotional resilience isn't just about surviving life's challenges. It's about thriving through them, about transforming hardship into a stepping stone for something deeper and more meaningful. It's about not allowing life's changes to define us, but instead using them as opportunities to redefine ourselves on our terms. Cultivating emotional resilience is something that can be developed over time, and it's not reserved only for those who seem naturally strong. Anyone can build emotional resilience, no matter where they are in life. It begins with small steps. For example, mindfulness practices, simple yet powerful, can lay the foundation. Spending just a few minutes each day practicing deep breathing or sitting quietly with your thoughts without judgment can help calm the mind and center the spirit. It's amazing how such a simple act can create space for clarity, peace, and emotional strength. Engaging in hobbies or activities that bring you joy is another powerful way to cultivate resilience. Whether it's gardening, reading, knitting, or learning a new skill, these activities serve as emotional anchors, providing structure and meaning when life feels uncertain. They remind us that even in times of loss or change, there are still things in the world that bring us joy and fulfillment. These passions, however small or trivial they may seem to others, are the lifeblood of our emotional well-being. They help us rediscover parts of ourselves that may have been buried under the weight of life's responsibilities. Another practice that can strengthen emotional resilience is gratitude. It may sound simplistic, but taking a few moments each day to reflect on the things you are thankful for can shift your entire perspective. Write down 3 things every day, no matter how small. Whether it's the warmth of the sun on your face, the comforting taste of your morning coffee, or the love of a dear friend. By focusing on what we have rather than what we've lost, we start to build an emotional foundation that supports us through difficult times. This simple habit has the power to rewire our brains, shifting our focus from scarcity to abundance. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 2 below to let me know that you are still here with me. I've come to realize that emotional resilience is like a muscle. The more we practice, the stronger it becomes. And like any muscle, it needs time, patience, and consistent effort to grow. But with every challenge we face, our resilience becomes more ingrained in us, empowering us to handle life's inevitable ups and downs with poise, strength, and an unwavering belief that we are capable of not just surviving, but living fully and joyfully. As we age, emotional resilience becomes one of our greatest gifts. It allows us to embrace life's changes, not as threats, but as invitations for growth, discovery, and transformation. It helps us find purpose in every stage of life, ensuring that we continue to live with passion, meaning, and the knowledge that no matter what, we are always capable of navigating the twists and turns ahead with grace and strength. Pillar 4. A supportive social circle. As we journey through life, one of the undeniable truths that becomes clearer with age is the profound importance of friendships. The older we get, the more essential these relationships become, not just as a source of comfort, but as a vital cornerstone for our well-being. Of course, family is a crucial part of our lives, offering love and support, but there's something uniquely irreplaceable about a supportive social circle outside of our family. Friendships bring a richness to our lives that family, despite its closeness, often cannot. These relationships are like a garden, carefully cultivated, nurtured by mutual respect, shared interests, and an unwavering sense of loyalty. They help to sustain us, providing a sense of belonging, connection, and purpose, things that are vital for both emotional and mental health as we grow older. There's a certain magic in the friendships we choose for ourselves. Unlike family, which we are born into and often have no say in, friendships are relationships that we actively seek, build, and choose to nurture. And therein lies their strength. When we form a friendship, we are often drawn to someone who shares our values, interests, and passions. These bonds are not formed out of obligation or duty, but rather from a mutual appreciation of one another's uniqueness. There is a profound difference between relationships that are founded on shared experiences and interests versus those that are solely defined by familial ties. Our friends provide a space where we can be our truest selves, where we can laugh without restraint, express our thoughts and feelings freely, and simply feel understood. These are the connections that help us navigate the inevitable challenges that life throws our way, especially in the later years when loneliness and isolation can become an unwelcome companion. The need for these friendships only grows as we age. As we move through different stages of life, particularly in the years following retirement or when our children move out to start their own lives, it's easy to feel isolated. Our routines may change, our social circles may shrink, and we may find ourselves looking for new sources of joy and connection. The relationships we have with our friends offer an antidote to this. They not only provide emotional support but also encourage us to stay active, mentally stimulated, and emotionally engaged with the world. Friendships foster a sense of joy and purpose, things that become increasingly precious as we grow older. They allow us to feel a part of something bigger than ourselves, whether that's a club, a hobby group, or even a community of like-minded individuals who share our values. Take the example of Ms. Helen, a retired nurse in her late 60s, whose story offers a powerful illustration of the impact a supportive social circle can have on our lives. After her children moved out and started their own families, Helen found herself facing an emptiness in her life. Her house, once filled with the noise and busyness of family life, became quieter. There was a profound shift in her routine, and with that shift came feelings of isolation. She longed for companionship beyond her family, a sense of belonging to something that wasn't just defined by her role as a mother or a wife. So, she took a bold step. She joined a local book club. Helen had always loved reading, but in the hustle of raising a family, she had put that passion aside. Joining the club was more than just a way to reignite her love of literature. It was an opportunity to connect with others who shared her interests. What began as a simple activity to fill her time quickly blossomed into a transformative experience. Through the club, Helen not only discovered new authors and exciting genres, but she also found friendships that would become as close and as meaningful as those she had with family. These friendships were built on a foundation of a shared love for books, but they extended far beyond that. Over time, Helen and her new friends began meeting outside of the book club for coffee, for weekend trips, and for family-style celebrations during the holidays. They became her chosen family, offering her a support system that she had not anticipated. Her social circle became a source of love, joy, and connection that helped her fill the gaps in her life that loneliness had threatened to take hold of. Her new friends not only shared her interests but offered her emotional support during difficult times, reminding her that she was not alone. They helped her navigate the transition to this new chapter in her life, providing companionship and encouragement as she faced the challenges of aging. Building and nurturing a social circle in later life requires effort, and it's not always easy. It takes time, patience, and sometimes a little vulnerability. But the rewards of cultivating deep, meaningful friendships are immeasurable. These relationships enrich our lives in ways that we may not fully realize until we experience them. To start, consider joining clubs, groups, or organizations that align with your interests. Whether it's gardening, painting, hiking, or even bird watching, there are countless opportunities to meet like-minded individuals who share your passions. Volunteering, too, can be a wonderful way to connect with others while also giving back to your community. When we give our time and energy to something we care about, we often find others who are similarly driven, and this shared commitment can form the foundation of lasting friendships. It's also worth considering reconnecting with old friends. Over time, life can sometimes cause us to drift apart from people we once held dear. Reaching out to those old friends can reignite once strong connections, allowing us to rekindle relationships that may have been put on hold by the demands of work or family life. You'll be amazed at how quickly a once faded friendship can be revived, often bringing back memories and laughter that you had long forgotten. However, it's important to remember that the goal is not to accumulate a large number of acquaintances. Having a wide network of people is great, but what truly matters is the depth of the connections you make. A few true friends who understand, support, and uplift you are far more valuable than many shallow connections. It's these friendships that will stand the test of time, offering you the emotional support, comfort, and joy that you need as you navigate the later years of life. These are the people who will be by your side when you need them most, who will offer a listening ear, a helping hand, and a reminder that you are loved. Surrounding yourself with people who inspire you, and who make you feel seen and valued, is perhaps the most powerful way to ensure that your later years are filled with vitality and meaning. These friendships will help you embrace life fully, no matter your age. And while our physical bodies may change with time, the bonds we share with others have the power to keep us young at heart. I truly believe that it's the people we choose to keep close to that make life after 60 not just bearable, but deeply fulfilling. These relationships, rooted in genuine care and mutual respect, are the true treasures of life. They remind us that we are never alone and that there's always someone there to laugh with, cry with, and share the beauty of life with. Never underestimate the incredible impact a supportive social circle can have. It's not just about companionship. It's about creating a rich, rewarding life, one filled with love, connection, and shared experiences. As you build these friendships, remember that they will be the foundation that supports you through the inevitable ups and downs of aging, and that a strong, vibrant social circle is the key to living a life that is not just long, but joyful, meaningful, and full of love. Pillar 5. A clear sense of purpose. As we journey through life, there's one fundamental truth that becomes ever more apparent. Living with a clear sense of purpose is essential for a fulfilling existence. This doesn't change with age. In fact, it intensifies as we grow older. After 60, the need for purpose is even more critical. It's the thread that ties our days together and gives us something meaningful to look forward to. Without it, life can begin to feel like adrift in an endless sea, aimless and empty. But when you wake up each day with a reason to rise, something to look forward to, life takes on a new vibrancy. The purpose is a guiding force, a beacon of light in the sometimes murky waters of aging. A sense of purpose infuses life with meaning, making even the simplest moments feel worthwhile. Whether you find that purpose through work, creative expression, volunteering, or pursuing personal projects, it doesn't matter. It's the act of having a purpose that enriches your life. And yet, as many people retire, they can feel disoriented. The roles that once defined them, be it their job, their position in the family, or their community involvement, suddenly vanish. They find themselves asking, "What now?" The emptiness can be overwhelming. But here's the thing. The moment we stop searching for a purpose, we begin to lose a part of ourselves. Without purpose, life can feel monotonous and unexciting. The days blend into each other, and everything can begin to feel routine, like you're just going through the motions. But the opposite is equally true. When you have a sense of purpose, everything changes. Your mind stays sharp, your body stays active, and your spirit stays vibrant. Having a reason to wake up in the morning is like a jolt of energy that propels you forward, no matter your age. Purpose doesn't just keep the physical body healthy. It fuels the soul. It provides a sense of self-worth, of belonging, of being needed in this world. And this is something every human craves, regardless of their age. Let's take a moment to reflect on the truly inspiring story of Mr. Peter, a man who, after retiring from a long and successful career as an engineer, found himself lost. After years of working hard and climbing the corporate ladder, retirement left him feeling unmoored, his days no longer structured by meetings, deadlines, and clear objectives. He found himself waking up each morning, unsure of what to do with his newfound time. For a while, he felt like a ship without a sail, unfocused, restless, disconnected. But rather than succumbing to the quiet despair that so often accompanies this phase of life, Peter chose a different path. He returned to a long-forgotten interest: woodworking. As a young man, he had always been drawn to the craftsmanship of creating things with his hands, but life and career had always pulled him away from this passion. Now, with the luxury of time, he embraced it fully. What started as a simple hobby quickly blossomed into something far greater. Peter began crafting beautiful pieces of furniture: tables, chairs, bookshelves, and more, and he didn't just keep them for himself. He donated them to local community centers, schools, and shelters. His creations brought joy to people who needed them, but more importantly, they brought purpose to Peter's life. The process of making something with his hands, of seeing his work enrich the lives of others, filled him with a deep sense of fulfillment and joy. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 3 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Through woodworking, Peter not only found a way to stay busy, but he also rediscovered a part of himself that had been dormant for years. His passion for creating was reignited, and through his charitable work, he felt like he was contributing to something much larger than himself. It was no longer just about him. It was about making a difference in his community, sharing his craft, and leaving a legacy of kindness and creativity. His story is a testament to the power of finding purpose at any stage of life, and it's a beautiful reminder that it's never too late to embark on a new journey or rediscover an old passion. Now, perhaps you're reading this and thinking, "That's wonderful, but I'm not sure where to begin." If that's you, know that you are far from alone. Many people feel a sense of uncertainty when it comes to finding their purpose later in life. But the truth is, the path to purpose often begins with simple reflection. What have you always loved doing? What are the things that make your heart swell with joy? It could be as simple as teaching others something you're passionate about, whether it's gardening, history, art, or even a practical skill like carpentry. Or maybe you've always dreamed of writing a book, starting a blog, or creating a YouTube channel to share your experiences. Maybe you've always felt deeply about a particular cause, and now is the perfect time to get involved in community service or charity work. One of the most fulfilling and impactful ways to find purpose later in life is through volunteering. Giving your time to a cause you care about not only helps others, but also helps you stay connected to the world around you. Volunteering brings meaning and joy to your life, but it also fosters relationships and a sense of belonging. Whether it's reading to children at a local library, assisting at a food bank, or helping out at animal shelters, the opportunities are endless. Through volunteer work, you'll discover that giving your time and energy doesn't just fill your days, it fills your soul. It keeps you engaged, active, and invested in the lives of others. It reminds you that you matter and that your actions have the power to change lives. But finding purpose is not only about doing, it's about being. It's about being open to life's opportunities, to new experiences, to new connections, and to the beauty of what comes with embracing each new day. Stay curious. Stay passionate. Stay committed to growing. You may think that after 60, your best years are behind you, but in reality, they could be just beginning. Your next chapter might hold the greatest adventure of all, one that not only brings joy to your own life, but also makes the world a richer, more beautiful place for those around you. Purpose is what allows you to transcend the ordinary and live an extraordinary life, no matter your age. It's what drives you to keep moving forward, even when life's challenges seem overwhelming. It's what gives your life meaning, and through that meaning, you'll find yourself connected to something larger than yourself. So, take a deep breath, look inward, and ask yourself, what matters most to me now? The answer could be the beginning of a new, exciting, and deeply fulfilling chapter in your life. And remember, it's never too late to start. Embrace this stage with open arms, because the best is yet to come. As we wrap up today's discussion, I hope you've gained some valuable insights into the incredible importance of having a clear sense of purpose, especially as we age. We've seen how a sense of purpose not only keeps us engaged and fulfilled, but also sharpens the mind, energizes the body, and nourishes the spirit. Whether it's through new passions, creative pursuits, or giving back to others, purpose gives our lives depth and meaning. Now, I want to hear from you. What have you learned from this video so far? What resonated with you the most? Think about one thing you can take from this and start applying it to your own life today. Share your thoughts with us in the comments below. I'd love to hear how you're planning to live with more purpose going forward. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment, hit that like button, and share it with others who may benefit from these insights. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more inspiring content on aging with purpose, vitality, and independence. Thank you so much for watching. Let's keep growing, learning, and living with intention every single day. See you in the next video.